on, man. See, that's why a lot of people hate me. I am Frankenstein's Weinstein. I'm a product of everything they've ever taught me, and now they're mad because they can't break me down because of everything they ever taught me. There's cats out there that regret molding me, but I'm a product of them. I'm a product of all these cats that hate my guts. And they don't understand. When they're looking at me, they're looking in the mirror. They're looking at their own words, their own wisdom, their own knowledge, their own fire. You know what I mean? I used to roll with these dogs. These dogs, the majority of these people molded me, so. When you really look at the game, from 1998, when I got back in the game, till now, there's 2 places where I've been consistent at. Consistent. And that's the ciphers and the internet. Consistent. Without a doubt. Even though track 2, Crazy Legs, everybody used to tell me, yo, Ness, chill, you gotta get off the internet, you gotta get off them for it. No, I refuse to. I listened to everything track 2 told me, but I refuse to do that. Get off the net. No, hell no. I'll be caught in the net. I'll be caught in the web. But you know what? I'm gonna master that. You know, and I'm gonna learn it. And regardless what my approach is, regardless my attitude, regardless the cockiness, they're still missing a point. And the point is the information that's being put out there. And that's what they should really be focusing on. I just think it's the information that matters. You know, that's really what matters. You know, it's like if you serve me a plate of food, who am I to complain whether it's on a silver platter or on a Dixie plate? You know what I'm saying? Who am I to complain? At least I'm getting food. And I'm going to appreciate it. I'm going to say thank you. And I'm going to eat it. And it's going to be nourishing. It's going to be good for the mind, body, and the health. You know what I'm saying? B-boys, they don't exist no more. We are doing what the B-boys did. We are celebrating their lives and they are living through us. But B-boys do not exist anymore. Anything past second generation, we're no longer looking at real B-boys anymore. We're looking at the bandwagon generation, my generation. You know, granted, we brought the power move era, right? But we were still, you know why we ushered in the power move era? Because that's what media was all about, the power move. They didn't understand the dance. They couldn't focus on the movement, so they focused on a move. How long can you hold that head spin? You know, how fast can you do those windmills? You know, they just focus on the moves. How high can you flip? You know, not yo, can you rock every beat we play here today? You know what I'm saying? They didn't really focus on the dance. They focused on the movements of the dance, the moves. So, and that's what we were affected. And then we started a generation that was inspired by moves. It's all about moves now. You understand? And a lot of elements of the dance really don't exist. The language of the dance does not exist. Or if it does exist, people are not speaking the same language. You know, it's the difference between Spanish from Puerto Rico and Spanish from Spain. You know what I'm saying? We are speaking Spanish from Puerto Rico. These brothers are speaking Castellano. You understand what I mean? And there's a big difference. And that's basically why I turn off a lot of people when I say shit like that, but they don't understand. I'm not saying it to yourself because I'm putting myself in that same bracket. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself in that same bracket. The only difference between me and them, or a lot of us and them, is that we understand what this dance is about, and now we on this path to feel what these brothers used to feel. People like Paul Warren, people like Freeze, people that's doing the knowledge and learning and really digging deep and understanding the energy that comes behind the dance, not just the dance. It's the energy that created the dance. Energy is what creates everything. Everything is created by a specific energy. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't understand the energy that created this dance, you're never really gonna understand the dance. That's why I tell everybody all over the world, I wish I had $1 for every time somebody asks this question. What's the best advice you could give up and coming B-boys and B-girls? Here in blank, insert your country here. And I tell them all the same thing. You want to be true to the game, you gotta go to the Bronx. And you don't even gotta hang out with breakers or people. Just sit down and people watch. Go out in the summer and watch your average Bronx brother, you know, and sisters, how they move, how they talk, how they walk, how they talk with their hands, how they flamboyant and flashy, and they bounce a lot of that Bronx energy, and then you really start to understand the energy that gave birth to the dance, and you learn to appreciate. And then at that point, your movement is natural now because you understand the dance, not because you saw somebody do this on YouTube. You understand? You actually witnessed and lived and felt that energy. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you witnessed that, you felt that energy. You know, and how it is. It's a different, you know the difference between, you know, moving the furniture, you know, and trying and being super quiet because you don't want the people under you to complain, as opposed to being in the gym, you know, practicing air flares and flares. And, you know, there's a difference, you know what I'm saying? It's a certain energy. And, you know, that's it. That's all I can say. If you really real about this dance, you gotta go to the Bronx. You gotta just really spend the day in the Bronx and study people. Just look around and study everybody and everything that moves, how they move, and how they talk and walk, and you just really start to understand breaking. Everything will just make sense. Rockin'?
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn, but you know what? Nobody want to teach me. I've asked every pioneer out there. I put it out there. I've sent emails. I made phone calls. They don't want to teach me. But you know why? Because they know if they teach me, I'm going to learn it. That's basically what it is. And since they don't like me, you know, they're like this. It'd be like, okay, it'd be a benefit to kind of have him in our camp. But yo, once we teach him this shit, he's going to run wild. If I learn how to rock, a lot of motherfuckers gonna fall to my sword. For real. I got burners for days. Burners for days. A lot of these cats out here, they're dope with they rocking, but their hands is down here. You know what I mean? I got an arsenal. Ask any successful rocker in the name. Ask any successful rocker in this game. You mention his name, I guarantee you I've asked him to teach me. I've asked the young cats. I've asked young cats. They're like, oh no. No, wait. Wari the Warrior will teach me. He Wari the Warrior, but what happened was I went on a crazy tour, like a last minute, like 4-week thing. You know what I'm saying? But Wari the Warrior was like, yo, Ness, let's just do it. You train me on some b-boy shit, I'll teach you the rocket shit. I'm jumping on the train next week, I'm coming to Switzerland. He was gonna stay in my house and we was just gonna vibe for 1 week and just exchange programs. And then, you know, Eastpad came with a whole month's of work, like, bam, and I had to cancel that. But Wari's the only one I give Wari the Warrior his props. He's the only one that steps to the plane with like, yo, Ness, I got you. Let's do this exchange thing. We're mad because I judged an uprock contest? Yeah, but they don't say a damn word when the leader of their crew judges the b-boy contest. Let's keep it real. And you know what? At least, you know what? I'm not an uprocker, but I could get up and uprock at least. You know what I mean? I could go a few rounds with a nigga. Let me see that nigga go a few rounds with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get smoked with his shit, you know? But I'm gonna look good doing it. You understand what I mean? Because I understand the dance. He ain't gonna look good doing what I do. So you know what? I'm not saying that should validate me, but dog, I got an understanding about this. I got an understanding about, you know what? Before it's even breaking, before it's even uprocking, before it's even popping, before it's even locking, you know what? It's a battle. And if there's one thing I know, it's the battle. I know how to battle. I understand the battle. The battle is a chess game, and I just understand it. So it was hypocrisy, and you know what? To make matters worse, I had 2 cats with me that didn't know what they were doing. You know, you had a kid win that I was not happy with the win. The guy who should have won got knocked out in like the quarterfinals or the semifinals, and he was the dopest cat there. He was the only one rocking. I've seen rocking. I've seen it a million times. How can they tell me I don't know nothing about rocking? Y'all been putting out YouTube clips every week. Come on, give me a break. So at least I know what it should look like. You know, they're putting out, right? They're putting out a YouTube clip every week. The same cats that was dissing me is showing me every week what it should look like. So at least I understand what the shit look like. People gotta use it. You know what? God gave people 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth so they could look and listen twice as much as